Ava Monroe is a renowned jazz and soul singer, songwriter and record producer, whose remarkable career has seen her grace stages alongside icons like Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey and Aretha Franklin. And Ava is with us here to talk about her new single, I'm Yours. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. So, what can you tell us about your new single, I'm Yours, and what was it that inspired you to create it?
Oh, well, actually, I'd written the song a few years ago, and I'm working with producer Tracy Carter, Grammy-nominated jazz producer, and we just felt like that was the song to do. We wanted to kind of come out with something really smooth and, something that'll be a cool vibe. So that's the one we chose.
What was it like to work with Tracy Carter on this? What was the experience?
It was awesome. I call Tracy my musical soulmate. He gets the things that I write. He gets me. He's one of my best friends. I've known him, probably for 2 decades already. And
wow.
It's just an amazing process. We actually did it virtually because he's in LA and I'm in Las Vegas. So it was a lot of late night phone conversations, a lot of, him working on the music and, me kind of giving him, me being like a helicopter mom about my song babies. But it worked. It worked.
Yeah. And, as well as being obviously a singer and songwriter, you're a producer yourself, actually. So did you co-produce this song with Tracy Carter, or was it just him that did it? What was the kind of dynamic there?
Yeah, well, when I write songs, thank God, it's one of my favorite things to do. God definitely just gives me the words and the melody at the same time. So I will come to Tracy typically with a voice note, if it's something that I haven't demoed out, with a voice note of, singing the song and singing the melodies and, the progressions and all of that. And so I give it to him in that form, and he produces all the instrumentation around it. So that's really good. So
you've got such a list of musical influences. So how do you incorporate all those different styles into your music?
I can't say that I actually try on purpose. I think it's a really cool thing because I grew up listening to all types of things, from Tori Amos to Stevie Wonder and Michael Jackson and El DeBarge and, all Anita Baker and Carmen McRae and all these different people. So I never purposely try to put their influence in the music. I think because I grew up listening to a lot of different artists and loving them, that their influence kind of will indirectly show up there, because those are the people who kind of musically molded me.
Yeah.
So I take inspiration, but I, never try to force it.
You've had the opportunity to perform with some incredible people that may have been inspirations for you, like, as I mentioned, Michael Jackson and Aretha Franklin. So what was that experience like, and how did it influence your career?
Oh, wow. Well, Michael specifically, I got my first ever singing gig was singing with Michael Jackson at the Super Bowl. And it was an awesome experience. And he actually went to my elementary school, and he chose certain children who were in the music program to come and sing with him at the Super Bowl. And so we get pulled out of class, which was awesome.
Yeah.
to go to the Rose Bowl and watch him rehearse. And I just remember sitting, Indian style, like on the field, watching him rehearse, and he was rehearsing Billie Jean. And
Wow.
I heard Billie Jean coming through the Rose Bowl speakers, and that did it for me. I said, oh my God, this is what I want. Like, this is it. No hemming, no hawing, no ifs, buts, ands. This is what I want to do. So that greatly influenced me and, helped solidify my path in music.
Absolutely. You mentioned about your upbringing in terms of music, but you actually come from a family of sports history makers. So has that kind of influenced your music in some way? I guess maybe it gives you a belief that you can be successful and do what you want to do.
For sure. I'm so blessed. My father, who has since passed away, was a professional heavyweight boxer. He was number 4 in the world. And my mom managed him and also became his promoter. And she's the first woman to ever do that. And
Wow.
so watching and both of them, my father who grew up in the boxing gym and as a little kid and all of that, and to know that his dreams came true, and my mom who grew really a little kid loving boxing. She was obsessed with Muhammad Ali, and she actually wrote a book about it, Muhammad Ali and Me. That was her dream as a little girl, to meet Muhammad Ali and to befriend him, and so the fact that it happened, and she got to work with him and made history. She was the only boxing manager in his Deer Lake training camp. And so watching them pursue their dreams and it actually, happening for them definitely feeds my faith and lets me know, like, oh, okay, like I come from good stock. And
Yeah.
if they can, then, if there's something that I want to do, I know I have what it takes to meet those goals as well.
As I mentioned, you've not just became a singer and a songwriter, but also a producer. So do you have a particular favourite one of those roles, or do you kind of like them equally?
That's a good question. Um, If I had to rank them, I probably would say songwriting is first. Say producing and arranging would be second, and singing would be third. I adore songwriting because it's such a medium of self-expression, an honest place, a judgment-free zone. Arranging and producing is getting it out of my head because I hear it
Yeah.
so specifically in my head. I know what the bass is supposed to sound like, and I know what the drums are doing and what the background's supposed to sound like. So putting those pieces together is thrilling. To finally get it out of my head and hear it in my ears, there's nothing like that. Singing it is the last piece. That is its own thing. But yeah.
Absolutely. Well, are there any upcoming projects or even more collaborations that we can look forward to?
Yeah, well, so far I am working on finishing the album. I'm excited. I'd like to say experiment, because this is really kind of like my big faith experiment. So
Yeah.
I like to get the music out there and to finally get what's inside of me outside and into everybody's ears. So yeah.
Absolutely. Well, in the meantime, where are we able to find all your music that you've came out with so far? And in particular, this new single, I'm Yours.
Well, I'm Yours is streaming on all music platforms, Spotify, you can find me, Apple Music, everywhere you listen to music. My website is avamonroe.com, and you can also find me on TikTok at Ava Monroe Music.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for talking to us today. It's been great to have you on the show.
Thank you as well. Thank you for having me.
Say that you'll stay beside me for always, 'cause I don't wanna live without you, not one day, 'cause baby, I'm yours.